Like that?
Is this your first time seeing Hong through the show?
I know, it's gone.
You get a parking around.
I'm sorry?
You get a parking around.
No, I took the train. The freeway is too bad. 95.
I know. We were like more than an hour early because we drove from Jersey.
Oh, I see. You're staying in Jersey?
Yeah.
Where?
Stay at my friend's place.
Oh, I see. Oh, hi.
Yeah. Because they all went to Columbia, so then like they all right across the
No, the train is very good. I mean, you park at the station, take the train, it drops you off at Branson. And you relax. I mean, you don't have to drive.
Yeah, from Jersey to here is a little bit because we're higher, so there's no train. It's just a bus.
The buses, I've taken that bus
It's
once.
express.
It's not great, yeah.
It only coming every 20 minutes.
Yeah. So how have you been? You're still in Ventura, I see.
Yeah. But I mean, like, contracts are just finishing, so by the end of this year, we're just going to
Okay.
Yeah. So probably gonna look for different settings.
He doesn't have to move. He works for a company in Oregon, right?
Right. So we're moving because of him.
Yeah.
But anyway, it actually worked out because this days LA gets way too expensive.
Yeah, Oregon is nice. I mean, okay, I haven't been there recently, but when I was there before, it was
Okay,
pretty
ladies and
good.
gentlemen, if you're upstairs, our second annual U.S. Shoe Shine competition is about to start. We've got a few more minutes, and so if you want to filter down or come in from outside, please do. We're going to let these guys boil a little bit more before they start. We've got a few more minutes. So if anyone's upstairs and wants to come down, they can hear me. We got a couple minutes, so we're going to...
Sound good?
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
Go for it. Yeah.
All right. I think given the green light by Jesper. Almost. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 New York Super Truck Show and the second annual U.S. Shoe Shine Competition. It is a privilege to have you all here. It is a privilege to have these fine contestants in front of us who are going to try their hand in just 20 minutes to produce the highest mirror shine possible. For those that have actually tried to shine their shoes and do a mirror shine, it's much more easily said than done. But we have one of our platinum sponsors, two platinum sponsors to thank for making that easier. Saphir Medal d'Or is one of the sponsors that is helping make this event possible. And of course, they're exclusively using Saphir Medal d'Or shoe products. Let's give them a round of applause, Saphir. Now, I think I can speak on behalf of the three finalists that they're not using Saphir Medal d'Or because they're our sponsor. They're using Saphir Medal d'Or because it is simply the best. And anyone that has tried to produce a mirror shine knows that a product like the Mirror Gloss really does make that a lot easier. Now, we also have Bridlin Shoes to thank. They're one of our platinum sponsors the second year. Bridlin, an Indian-based manufacturer of incredibly high-quality Goodyear welted leather dress shoes. They are at fantastic value and really uncompromising. So Bridlin, we have to thank also for this event and for these shoes they'll be shining. As I said, this is a 20-minute timed contest. They'll be starting on a pair of shoes from scratch. They've selected their polishes. The contestants were able to choose any combination of Saphir shoe polish that they wanted. And so you'll see that each contestant, in fact, did make different choices. So I think that's interesting to note and pay attention to as you see their work come together. I'll introduce the contestants, and then we'll let them get started, and because then I'll have 20 minutes to talk. So first, to your right, my left, we have Caleb Malinowski from Dallas, Texas. To his right, we have Heng Lee from Camarillo, California. And then finally, Ray Chen from Stony Brook, New York. Okay, so Jesper, you my timer. Justin is. Justin, 3. Is everyone ready? All right. So this is 20 minutes and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So I'm going to circle back around on our contestants because we really do have an interesting lineup of contestants this year. Caleb Malinowski here to the left, I'll just start with him. It has the only distinction of having competed now in both the U.S. Shoe Shine Championships here in New York and the World Championship of Shoe Shining back in 2019. So it is incredible to see him back, continuing to defend his U.S. dominance. He lives in Dallas, Texas. He actually worked for Kirby Allison for the Hanger Project for a while. It was from the Shoe Shine competition that Caleb and I first met. And I said, I'm going to hire him. And he, I think was with us for a few great years. He's moved on. Now he's selling Rolexes and doing shoe shines on the side and continuing to perfect his craft. So he's excited to be here. And his first pair of dress shoes, Johnson & Murphy. So he's come a long way. Up next, we have Heng Lee from Camarillo, California. And so, let's see, with both the mom and the dad with a big interest in quality shoes and caring for them, it was given to Heng Lee to get his eyes open for this. He's a hobby shoe shiner that certainly knows his stuff, which hopefully, if you were able to see the photographs of the entries, you could see. The Split Toe Derby was a shoe he shined, and he really did an absolutely magnificent job. During the day, he works as an operations program manager in the manufacturing industry. So, first pair of shoes, Xenia. And then finally, we have Ray Chen of Stony Brook, New York. He is actually a senior at Stony Brook University studying biology, but has a big menswear interest, where his shoe shine journey started with his father shining his first pair of dress shoes at Leeds from Allen Edmonds. After learning the basics, he has then turned that into a passion, and here he is as a finalist in the second annual U.S. Shoe Shine Championship. So it's pretty impressive. Let's give our contestants another round of applause. I think what is particularly interesting about the U.S. Shoe Shine competition is that unlike, I think, what we've seen out of London, that is the World Championship of Shoe Shining, all of the shoe shiners you see up here are really, enthusiasts. I don't want to call them amateurs because they're clearly not, but they're enthusiasts. I mean, they're not, people that run shoe shine shops and do this day in, day out. These are men that just enjoy the finer things in life and have learned how to produce great shines. Producing a mirror shine is one thing. Producing a mirror shine in 20 minutes is a whole separate can of worms. And so it's exciting to kind of see them push the boundary there. Of course, they're using Saphir Medallior, that is one of our platinum sponsors. Saphir is really widely considered by shoe aficionados to be the finest shoe polish in the world. And I can say that as someone who was exposed to Saphir in France before it was ever really offered here in the United States. It was kind of one of those hidden secrets amongst those that were doing really high quality work. And so it's of course been exciting to have Saphir in the United States. We have Tom Costin, who is the distributor, and Sergio, who is basically running everything in accordance with Abel and Saphir. And so they've done a great job in kind of helping really encourage and support this enthusiast community. And so just last night, Preston Soto of the Elegant in Oxford and Levi, who was last year's champion, were down at LaFaux actually doing a shoe shine workshop. Right? So they're kind of doing those around the country, and where can they find more information about that, Tom? Is there a website? KirbyAllison.com. I mean, the Elegant Oxford, of course, you've got a mailing list, and then I'm sure Instagram as well, kind of promoting those events. And then Bridlin Shoes, another one of our platinum sponsors, providing these shoes, beautiful, Goodyear welted leather dress shoes made from high quality leathers and well made. Despite the beauty of these shoes, one of the things I want you to take a look at is how much of a difference shoe polish can even make to a great pair of shoes. All shoes look better shined. And so one of the questions we receive a lot is, should I shine a brand new pair of shoes? And the unequivocal answer to that is yes. Even if you have a beautiful brand new pair of shoes, they should be shined. We're competing with the emergency services. There's two. Not that fast. How much time do we have? I think we just hit the 5-minute mark, right? Yeah. So we're a quarter of the way through. Come on down if you want to come down or go up. Just don't go in front of the cameras.
Very New York.
Yeah.
God bless New York.
Somebody's kicked the bucket.
So what was I saying? So brand new pair of shoes. So there's two big, actually three things that you're going to find that the Saphir Shoe Polish does in a brand new pair of shoes. Of course, first and most obviously is shining it. It makes it look better. But nourishing leather that has not, that's recently tanned and has not gone through any type of shoe care is really important. So you get a brand new pair of shoes. Feeding that leather is really important to the long-term care of those shoes. And if you think about it, the leather's been tanned. There's really no telling how long that leather's been sitting there. And then the waxes, especially the hard waxes you find in Saphir's wax polishes, help provide protection. So Caleb's doing something very interesting right here. I'm going to draw your attention without, revealing his tactics to the rest of the competitors. But you see him working on the edges and heels, which I think is the last frontier of shoe care, is making sure you've got a well-shined pair of edges and heels. Well, I'm just going to but the one thing I'll point out is actually the Saphir Pomeranian Cream Polish is a great edge dressing. And you come on top of that with like the Mirror Gloss, which is a product that I think is brilliantly invented, that has that high concentration of hard waxes that gives it that shine and locks in the color. So one of the things you can see from, of course, the Kirby Allison YouTube channel, from Preston Soto's Elegant Oxford, is that there's a lot of different ways that you can use these polishes for your total shoe care. And so, one of the big challenges in America is that we think of shoe care as a tin of kiwi wax polish. But really at this level, there's so much more nuance to it than that. And we see these guys, really demonstrating that right before our eyes, and giving these shoes a beautiful mirror shine in just 20 minutes. Let's see what else. Any other questions? So the other thing that you'll see, I pointed this out earlier, is that they're all using different color polishes. Now, one of the big features of Saphir, of course, is its palette. I think there's now almost 20, if not more than 20 colors of Pounded Cream shoe polish. There was 16, I feel like whenever I started, now it's well over 20. And the wax polish is the same. And so one of the characteristics about Saphir that I appreciate is the fact that the pigment in it has a degree of transparency. And that is important because it's not as though anytime you put shoe polish on your shoe, you're going to just immediately change the color. It's more of an evolution and a nudge. And so there's an opportunity in playing with different pigments and different colors to really affect the patina of a shoe itself. And not only can it affect how brilliant the shine appears, but it can also just affect the overall look of the shoe. And so it's something we see the three contestants right here playing with. Caleb with the medium brown, or what looks like medium brown mirror gloss. And then what is your Pat Deluxe right there? Is that black or navy? Medium and dark brown. Right, so if you look at the dark brown wax polish, you say, wow, that's almost black. But because there's a degree of transparency, especially in a wax polish versus a cream polish, you're just merely tinting. And so it's an opportunity to really build a visual depth into your shine. And then, next we've got Ray at the end there, and he has what is that, medium brown and like a... So medium brown and Havana brown, one of my favorite browns, Havana brown, tobacco brown, as it's known. And again, so, the way that he's using those two polishes together is, to kind of play them off one another. And then here in the middle, we've got Heng Lee, and he has a neutral mirror gloss, and I guess a dark brown mirror gloss, and then a brown Pat Deluxe. So again, and then, there's a whole conversation in terms of what order do you use these in. That in and of itself is a hotly debated topic. I think Preston and I differ in terms of our approach. Preston, where's Preston? He just stepped out. Well, I think Preston enjoys the finishing with mirror gloss, right, and starting with the Pat Deluxe, where I have a little bit of an opposite approach of starting with the mirror gloss and then finishing with the Pat Deluxe. And again, I think the point being is there's no right answer. It's just a matter of technique. And so there's a different technique. Preston, what do you use first, the mirror gloss or the Pat Deluxe?
You're right, it's mirror gloss.
Yeah.
You're alongside it.
Okay, well, so I guess that one's been settled. So 10 minutes left. 9 minutes, 41 seconds, right? So this is very exciting. Now what's missing right here is the cream polish, and that's because they only have 20 minutes. But I would say that if you were at home shining a pair of shoes, I think in some ways the cream polish is the most important of them all. If you were to only use one polish, I often say you should only use a cream polish because it's going to condition, nourish, recolor, and shine. You get that all out of the Saphir Pat Deluxe. And then of course you've got the Renovateur, which is like liquid gold. It's an incredible conditioner. What's great is that you can use it on almost any shoe other than suede. I mean, you can use it on Oregon, crocodile, alligator, calfskin. And it's a fantastic conditioner. It gives a soft shine that doesn't have any pigmentation. And so that's what you get with the cream polish. Let's see what else. What else to talk about? So this is the second annual New York Super Trunk Show. As I said, sponsored by Saphir Medal d'Or and Bridlin Shoes. This is exciting. Maybe one year this will be a qualifier for the World Championships of shoe shining. Please lobby Jesper for that idea, putting him on the spot. But it's exciting to see the spotlight that this event has been able to shine kind of on the trade itself and on the community of people that really enjoy dressing well. I think that, if all you were to own is one nice pair of shoes and take care of it, those shoes could last you the rest of your life. And that's really what Shoe Care is about conservation and about really taking care of one's items. All right, well, how much time do we have? We're rounding 8 minutes. Thank you. Yeah, Bridlin, of course, the shoes that we see being shined. And I think I mentioned this, but one of the things that's particularly challenging about today's contest is the fact that they're starting with a brand new pair of Bridlin leather shoes, and because there's no wax on the leather, right? And Bridlin, because they use a very high quality open grain or open pore leather, means that the leather hasn't been treated. It's more natural. It has the pore structure of the skin of the animal. And so one of the things that you're doing with the Miragloss first is really stuffing those pores to smooth them out. And then you're coming on top of that with the Pat Deluxe, which that has a higher concentration of turpentine, to then glassage that and elevate the shine. Bridlin does a fantastic job, as I said. I don't know which line these shoes are. They just launched their Founders 25. I would suspect that these aren't part of the Founders 25 because I think those are brand new. But the Founders 25 is a really kind of interesting and exciting line extension for Bridlin that you can see upstairs, where they basically take the craftsmanship up even higher than it already was, and still at a fantastic value. I think it's $350 for those shoes. And I was speaking with Afan, who runs the factory, and the heel stack has 10 layers of leather, which is exceptionally uncommon. We saw that first kind of get back into the public spotlight at the World Championship of Shoemaking, because it was one of the characteristics that bespoke shoemakers were integrating into their work. And to see that into a ready-to-wear factory-made shoe, I think is exciting, and one of the many examples of the World Championship of Shoemaking and World Championship of Shoe Polishing, and the U.S. Championship, and kind of that trickling down and really helping to elevate the entire trade itself. Bridlin, of course, is taking orders here. You can order them online. And Saphir actually has a booth in the back. So if you're looking to top up on any shoe polish, they have shoe polish for sale. And I think you guys are offering a little bit of a discount today. 15%. There you go. So save some pennies. Every little bit counts. So today's event organized by Justin Fitzpatrick at the Shoegazing blog. No, sorry, at the Shoe Snob blog. Sorry, I put that up. There's always something you can count on that. And Jay Fitzpatrick Shoes. Doing great work. I know he's got a lot of fans here. And then Jesper almost there. And Shoegazing blog, and then of course Kirby Allison, the YouTube channel. But these two right here, I have to say, have an incredible, kind of an incredible history. So 5 minutes. They were the ones, it was the two of you and Edmund Schoenecker in Tokyo that came up with the concept for the World Championship of Shoemaking. Jesper started the Super Trunk Show concept before that, and it's kind of evolved into what we have here. Shoegazing, .se, right? .com, and the Shoe Snob blog, .com, are really two of the best kind of trade, blogs out there. They call them blogs, seems to like undersell it, so don't take that literally. But for anyone that's passionate about shoes and the shoe industry, between Jesper and Justin, we really have everything covered. And I think it's really kind of grown into a pretty significant body of work over the 10 plus years you guys have both been doing that. So they do a great service to the trade and to the industry, and of course we're thankful for them and all their hard work organizing these events, and allowing people like me to come in at the last minute and film it. Of course, we are filming this. You can see this online at the Kirby Allison YouTube channel. We'll post this sometime in the near future. And you can see, of course, the Shoe Shine Championship from last year and from all the years in London, plus the coverage of the World Championship of Shoemaking. And I would imagine, how many people studied other contestants as they were preparing for this? Anyone? You can see the sweat starting to bead. And we've got 3.5 minutes left, and so I can't see from here how everything's going along. So let's see. So Caleb, are you only shining one shoe? Okay, I see 2 shoes in the middle one. I guess those are just equals. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, because it's supposed to be only one shoe, because again, it's so hard to do this in 20 minutes that 2 pairs of shoes, and it wouldn't even be worth trying. dress t-shirt.
How long does it normally take for?
Good question. So the question from our audience member was, how long does it normally take to produce a mirror shine? You know, there's a phenomenon that I call the mirror shine mirage. Right? And as you get closer and closer to producing that mirror shine, it only seems farther and farther away. So there's no limit to how much time you can spend pursuing that mirror shine. I think that most normal people, it's a few hours. I like to suggest doing it over a few days or a conference call or something.
Put it down and do it.
And you do need to allow the layers of shoe polish to dry. And so that's why either 2 minutes left, multiple pairs of shoes, or doing it over time is actually quite helpful. And it's the reason the Severe Mirror Gloss really is an incredible product, because it has a lower concentration of those solvents that you need in order to soften those waxes. And so it allows you to build those layers of hard wax faster than if you were just using the Panther Lux. And actually, the idea that I'd like to say that I still very, very much like to think I played a role in, came from seeing the patina artists in France leave the tin open to allow their Panther Lux to dry out, right? And so instead of sacrificing the tin of Panther Lux, why not just create the mirror gloss? I think the mirror gloss has been built on top of that with a proportion of waxes, but it really has made producing that mirror shine so much significantly more easy. Much worse. Okay, 1 minute, 10 seconds. This is the final stretch. Gentlemen, this is for the glory right here. Another interesting thing you'll see is a choice of shoe shine block. We've got Caleb using a chamois. Sovereign grade chamois, thank you very much. Lots of quality world. Lots of extra quality craftsmanship and tradition to go around there. How do you do it? And then, we see Hank in the middle, right? It's now putting the sovereign grade or whatever chamois on, using a little bit of water. But you also see them using their fingers, right? And no cloth at all. And it's kind of interesting to see that technique. I don't shine my shoes just using my fingers. I use a chamois. But at the World Championship in London, you see a lot of the contestants that just use elbow grease and their fingers. And it's incredible what they're able to achieve. We see Caleb, really going over for the overshoe. I mean, we see some real sweat here because this is hard work. Hangs and is really coming along, right? Using a little bit of water. Yep. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. We are going to give the contestants a little bit of rest. The judging panel comprised of last year's U.S. champion in shoe shining Levi Elliott, Preston Soto, the Elliott Oxford, and of course, KirbyAllison.com, Justin Fitzpatrick, the Shoe Snob blog, and Jay Fitzpatrick Shoes, Jesper, Tom Costin, and Afan of Brimland Shoes are all going to take a look at these and judge them. So give us a few minutes, and we shall be back.
Yeah, well done, guys. It looks like a long marathon.
I know, because you have to keep going.
I know, yeah. That's so right.
I know. I mean, he's only using one finger, so the other finger is
Yeah, more, right? Both hands.
more of them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we have to speak to them. I love the club collar. I don't know about the white people.
For psychology.
Just that we didn't see that outside.
But I go to LNS games here in the city whenever I bring out something new and fit in as much as I can.
Yes.
You don't like inviting y'all to go nowhere.
What's the matter?
A lot of people like to invite y'all out because you're always outside.
Did you like report all in one?
In the camera, one of the shots.
Start knuckling my back right here.
We're gonna jump in. Awesome. Sorry, bro. That's it. There you go. That's it. That's it. That's it. What's your name?
Nancy.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. What's your name, bro? Nice to meet you. Welcome. How you doing?
I'm good.
Jesper's your dad?
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's your name?
I met him last year. Reggie.
Reggie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I was here last year and I didn't get I was way in the back. I said I'm gonna make sure I could. I made a bunch of really great photos, but I didn't get this. So I want this.
Let's get the
Pretty excited.
contestants back down back upstairs. And is there are there any other prizes? All right. So, what is it? Yeah, it's a okay, great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, the 2024 U.S. Championship and shoe shining. As you can see, it is hard work, and it is hard work with no clock. And so they've had just 20 minutes, and make it even harder. And so, let's see. So, the 2024 U.S. Champion of shoe shining is Hang Lee. So, there are a few things that I know. So congratulations, Hang. Why don't you come here and I'll put this. All right, here we go. round of applause for him. So in addition to the honor of the 2024 U.S. champion of shoe shining, you get to keep these beautiful Bridlin shoes. And Sophia is going to be sending you an incredible gift basket shoe shine kit with all the polish hope that you could ever need. So everyone is welcome to come up here and take a look, but there's a few things that I just want to point out, right, is you'll see that in Hang's shoe, a nicely shined toe cap. Both he and Caleb, I think, were the closest on the toe cap, and you see a little bit of kind of dulling right there in the tip where it's absorbed too much water. And I think that this speaks to the difficulty in doing this in 20 minutes. So they're beautifully shined shoes, all three, but I would say, don't take that at all as any judgment on their shineability. It's really, that is a function of just not having any time to allow that water to dry. But in Hang's shoe, I'd say take a look at the layering of the shine kind of from the heel through the body of the shoe to the toe cap. Because not only do you produce a really beautiful mirror shine, just like Caleb did on, and all of our contestants, on the toe cap, the heel, the rear quarters, but also the shoe itself. And so that blending, again, in just 20 minutes is hard work. So congratulations to all three. These three finalists were amongst well over 20 entries into the shoe shine competition. So they were chosen based off their photographs. And so being here is an honor. Make sure you say congratulations to them all. And of course, Hang Lee, our
And can you lift up your shine shoe? Yeah, exactly, perfect.
Yeah, I mean, why don't you jump in there now? We're disconnected from this thing and just get like some details of the.
And Tom and Arthur, can we get you in? Where's Tom? Tom, can you get in? We're gonna get some photos.
Yeah, I think you got it like actually.
I guess I'm on the other side, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you want to go?
And then just hang with Tom and Arthur. Thank you.
Okay.
The only thing we're going to have to do perfect.
Right.
Great. Cheers. Thank you.
Rich, you got all the money shots this
That's
year.
it. We
Now you
did
can
good.
go.
Yeah. So when I make my book, Kirby's gonna be happy. He's gonna be like, "Oh my God, you got everything!" He's gonna be so happy. That's it. Exactly.
See you. Did you get your flash lens?
We can just think on it. Perfect. Oh, check it.